Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining me for another beer review. Hope you're all well. It's Friday today when I'm doing this, but this will be coming up on Saturday, which will then be today when you're watching this. Hopefully it could even be Sunday or Monday or Tuesday when you watch it. It could be never. Who gives a shit anyway? So the beer we got coming up is the second one that I'm doing out of the Beer 52 box that I got for free out of one of them offers that they always do. And I think the brewery are out of the US, I'm guessing. So it's from Nostalgia. Now there's a couple of things with Nostalgia. I think there's one in Scotland. I think there's one in America. There could be one somewhere else. But the fact that the can says imported by Beer 52 is making me think that this one is out of America. So correct me if I'm wrong. You might be able to help me out. But what we've got is a can of their dark reef, and it is a robust porter. There we go, a robust porter. Now this is what is making me wonder. A robust porter coming in at 3.8%, and 3.8% is something that you don't tend to see any breweries from America doing anything sort of like that. So there we go. There's the spiel on the back. So if you want to pause that and zoom in and have a look, and there is the artwork. Quite a few beers they do, Scotch ale and wheat beers and all that lot. But this is one we got in the box. So a robust porter, 330ml can, 3.8%. No idea how much it would be. If you believe what they say they charge for the box of beers, this is probably coming in around the £3, £3.50 mark. But I can't imagine it'd be worth that. So I'm going to stop talking. It's my first beer from this brewery. So let's see if it's a good one. Don't have one of their glasses. So being a porter, I'm going to whack it in that. I'm going to whack it in an Angelo Peretti glass, a little small one. So let's get it cracked and see what we get. It's been in the fridge, so it's probably going to be way too cold, but I've decided to do it. This is where we are now, so let's crack on. And thankfully, nothing has shot out the top. Let's get it in, see what we get. A little bit rushed there, Baz, but hopefully we're going to get a nice pour now. It's looking good, to be fair. It does look like a decent beer there. Probably going to be quite light and probably going to be quite well carbonated. But it is looking kind of good. There's a little bit left in the can. We'll leave like that. So I can give it a swirl. I can see lots of bubbles coming up. I'm not sure if this is a nucleated glass or it's just well carbonated, but I can see lots of bubbles coming up the outside of the glass. Hold it up against. It's not black. I'm going to say it's a nucleated glass because there's wild carbonation in there. It's a real deep dark sort of chestnut colour. Looks very dark on the screen. We've got a lovely 2-finger compact sort of just off white head on this beer. It does look very decent. It's got to be said. It does look very decent. So let's dive in with the nose, see what we get on the aroma. Not that I didn't do much swirling there, did I? I think all that carbonation is giving it bringing the head up. Yeah, it's a nice aroma. It's roasty, malty. That's all I'm getting at the moment through that head, but I will give it another sniff after. So I'm going to stop talking and we'll dive in and have a taste of Nostalgia and their Dark Reef Robust Porter, coming in at 3.8%. Should be interesting. Like I say, looks good and it smells good. Let's dive in. Cheers. Yeah, 3.8%. That and a bad. That and a bad. That really and a bad. Got to admit, first mouthful in there, the head is a beautiful head, but is a very light head. As the beer comes through that and as you're sort of supping through it, it's very light. But the actual liquid underneath does actually have a bit of weight to it for 3.8%. That's got a decent body to it, it's got to be said. Let's go in. Carbonation is there, but not too much. I was expecting it to be a lot busier. There is a bit there, but it doesn't affect the mouthfeel. There's not too much going on. It's not roughing up the mouth. I'll go in with the nose again after and give you some more sniffies. It's pretty smooth, to be fair. It's pretty smooth. Like I say, I'll try and give you some more notes on the nose. Yeah, malty, dark, roasty. A little bit of a sort of stouty vibe, as you'd expect. I'm trying to see if I'm really getting any sort of, if I'm getting any sort of like dark fruit notes. Not sure I am. But it's certainly got the aroma of sort of like a stout in there. Quite, and they say robust. Are they trying to say full-bodied? Sort of full on the nose and that? Because it does have that sort of feel to it. Yeah, it smells quite good. So I'm going to get the rest in and we'll start giving you some tasting notes. I'm not going to say, I can tell, well, I'm pretty certain now, it's not bombarding you with a massive amount of different notes. But there are flavours there and they are pretty bold. It's got that feel, if I'm honest, on the taste as you're drinking it, very much like a Guinness, if I'm honest. It's got that creaminess about it, this beer. It's got that Guinness stouty sort of taste. Roasty. A little bit bitter to start. That bitterness does sort of, well actually no. That sort of creaminess sort of fades, I would say, and leaves you with that bitterness. I'm not going to say there's a massive amount of flavours or notes going on, because for me, all I feel like I'm getting is a roastiness, a creaminess. It's leaving me with a bitterness. It's got that stouty feel, which is maybe why they're calling it a robust porter, maybe. But the body is pretty decent, to be fair. 3.8%. I think this could pass for something 4.5% maybe. It's actually, and I'm really surprised, it's actually pretty damn good for something that is 3.8%. Now you all know that I'm a little bit, I'm not going to say anti-low ABV beers. They're great if they're doing what they should or giving you big flavours. This is doing that and I like it. It's the ones that don't do that. So my thoughts on this beer, one more slurp, that is a nice, easy laid back beer, nothing nasty. I'm going to say it's drinking above that 3.8% for me, with some quite bold flavours, if not many different ones. The body on it is good. There's a nice creaminess about it. It's decent. It's decent. I think that is decent, and that has really surprised me. Because like I said, I was expecting that, in all honesty, to be a sack of shit. And I think that is pretty decent. So my first delve into nostalgia beer, or nostalgia brewery. It says nostalgiabeer.com on the back, which I've been on the website, and it doesn't really tell you a lot, or I couldn't find an awful lot. But yeah, Nostalgia and their Dark Reef Robust Porter, 3.8%. For me, is a decent drop of beer. So yeah, if you see it and you like your sort of low ABV beers and you like your stouts, porters, that is well worth a go. If you've had it before, let me know your thoughts on it. Hope you've enjoyed the video. I'm going to end it here. Go for a bath, get to watching Mighty Blades, So enjoy your weekend, and I will see you again soon on another beer review. Cheers.